24 hours before phase 3 and Blizzard just did what?
Okay, we are less than 24 hours from phase 3.
There is some spoilers, by the way, in this video, just letting you guys know if you're trying to stay completely spoiler-free for phase 3.
3 being launched, and we got some news hot off the press, with Blizzard making a ton of new changes to items and dungeons, set bonuses on our raid gear, more class comments and updates from the developers, WoW's future,
Why am I here?
community comments, and so much more. My name's Sky for the Comeback Kids. This is your Season of Discovery News. Grab a cup of coffee, sit down. We got a lot to discuss before tomorrow. Okay, you ever find yourself caught up in the daily grind, wishing you had more time to dive into epic RPG adventures?
Oh, this is
me too, but fear not, because I've got the ultimate solution for you. Because we got a mobile game that's been dominating the scene for years, with over 5 million active users, being Raid Shadow Legends. Say goodbye to mindless tapping, and hello to
I'm getting a lot of
gameplay. If you want to give it a try, use my link in the description below, or scan the QR code on screen now to download Raid and receive amazing benefits.
Damn.
I gotta say, my absolute favorite feature about Raid is the auto battle mode, where I can conquer dungeons, defeat bosses, and level up heroes while I'm doing tedious tasks like cooking dinner, laundry, or even sneaking in a quick game before bed, man. Adding to 2024, the game released a big update with the Cursed City. With over 100 stages to complete, including new stages where you fight 2 bosses at the same time, and there will be plenty of new quests to complete, and you can even get your hands on new mythical champions. And with Raid's 5th anniversary, they went crazy with the amount of free giveaways for new players. Use my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen now to receive bonuses worth up to $100. That includes amazing goodies and the epic champion Tyrell when reaching level 25, and some more amazing rewards for free. Then once you're in game, go ahead and join my clan, the Comeback Kids, and let's play together.
We're gonna play
I'll
together.
be seeing you all in the land of Tyria. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that Season of Discovery Phase 3 will go live on April 4th, 1 p.m. Pacific Time worldwide. Additionally, they're going to be doing the same thing they did with, Phase 2, which was simply turn on a switch and activate our XP bar so we can begin leveling just like last time. So just to be clear, there is not going to be any server downtime, and everyone is going to be allowed to be logged into the game beforehand to be fully prepared for the launch. So make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Now,
the transition actually from phase 1 to phase 2 was so clean. It was actually so awesome. Yeah, I know the whole, dude. I actually am so excited to go raid Sunken Temple like a few times per week and, Hey Guzu, have you heard about the hole in the middle? I heard if you fall down to it, there's a secret little treasure. Oh, Guzu, don't be careful over there. And it's gonna, every single time, that person thinks they're making the most innovative, amazing joke never heard before. Unbelievable.
One of the major features that is coming into Phase 3 is going to be these nightmare incursions. I gotta tell you, there's a lot of content built around this brand new PvE event. We have crafting recipes dedicated for when you're inside the nightmare to make you stronger. We have reputations to farm within them as well. We have quests. We have a ton of new rewards. So the question that's on everyone's mind is, how long are we actually going to be in this event? Well, we may have just gotten our answer. A user over on Twitter directed a tweet toward Agrin stating, will Nightmare Incursions be repeatable back-to-back for leveling? Or is it more like a PvE version of Blood Moon and Asheville, where every 3 hours we get a much-needed break from dungeon spamming? Agrin then gave a very shocking response stating, they are super-duper repeatable and spammable if you want. These require a bit of a primer, and we plan to post something before they go live to give you an idea of what to expect. The spoiler hint I'll give ahead of time is plan to group if you want the most efficient path. And this right here...
Dude, we should definitely try Nightmare Incursions then, man. Like, I don't even know if I want to start with a Nomer again. I feel like I might just want to go turn in all my quests, then get a 5-man team together and go do Nightmare Incursions. Just to try it out, man. Try the new content. I think that'd be great fun.
There's a very, very surprising response because every brand new event...
You know what? Frick No More, man. Frick that bozo raid. I'm done with No More again. We need a 5-man team whenever Phase 3 launches. We're gonna go in and we're gonna try to do some Nightmare Incursions for sure.
Feature that we've gotten in Season of Discovery has required us to take some time so we don't just end up spamming it. All the new raids to encounter that give a ton of XP or loot, all the new events like the Blood Moon or Asheville, all these things have, had timers between them, so we couldn't just stay in them and farm them out nonstop. So with these Nightmare Incursions being repeatable and spammable, it invokes another question. How good are they for experience points? And is it going to be the brand new meta for leveling up? We're
Maybe.
gonna have to see. Something they even stated very clearly in the patch notes yesterday is that the content is level banded, with Duskwood being the level 25 area, Ashenvale being the level 40 area, and Feralis and Hinterlands being for level 50 content. It is going to
Okay, so we gotta go to Ashenvale and then go to that portal over there.
be interesting to see if each one
that.
of these portals have completely different zones or mob types, or if they're just going to be simply copies of each other at a different level bracket. They also confirmed that going into Nightmares with 3 to 5 players is highly recommended, as all the quests and content are considered elite. So a lot of new information there.
Yeah, we're gonna send
very excited to see what comes with Thursday. And speaking of Emerald Warden reputation rewards, it seems like we got the exact information, data mined, of what rewards you get at each reputation rank. So what rewards do we get? When it comes to being friendly with the Emerald Wardens, you actually gain access to the beginner PvP tier set, which allows you to purchase the shoulders, gloves, and boots for all classes out there. Remember that
kind of sick they're doing PvP sets though.
This is a starter PvP tier set that is relatively good overall, but it isn't as powerful as the brand new PvP tier set that we will be getting this phase, which we will be talking a little bit more about later. Additionally,
I like it.
You will have access to some of the other rewards, but are fantastic for leveling, such as, you know, the Nightmare Siphon that heals you every time you kill an enemy on a 10.
What the heck? Cleans your weapons, remove all temporary enchants. Oh my god, they're doing that? Oh man, rogues are gonna be so happy. Dude, the amount of times I, as a rogue, have put down like a poison on my main hand and then realizing I can't get Wind Fury and you can't remove poisons. That's actually so nice. What the heck?
Second cooldown, and the Anguish of the Dream, which increases the damage of your next ability after you kill a target that has experience or honor, which both of these are fantastic for leveling up and should smoothen out that journey. Then as we move into the honor rank, you will actually acquire the head, chest, and pants tier set slot, and druids will also gain access to the brand new catnip on use effect that works as a crowd pummeler-esque type of activation effect, which is amazing overall for feral DPS and tanking. And it's pretty
What? They get catnip? That is so weird. What?
much something they're going to be grinding out as soon as possible when the phase drops. Additionally, you get access to a 12 stamina ring, which is nice as well for PvP. Then as you move forward into Revered, you get the druid-specific mace, which is amazing for feral DPS and tanking, as well as some very interesting items like the Merithra's Inheritance, which has its on use to put somebody to sleep for 30 seconds, kind of like a polymorph, and another chest piece that has a chance to sleep enemies when they attack you. And finally, for reaching Exalted, you could purchase rings that are amazing for physical damage classes as well as spellcasters, a trinket for healers that can increase your healing by 120, and a trinket that has an on-use effect that when you activate it, the crystal resonates in response to the nightmare, which at this very moment, no one really has any idea of what that means, but we'll have to keep an eye on it for now. Either way, I think all these reputation rewards are fantastic, and just know that it isn't confirmed that this is 100% all of the items within these reputation vendors. There could be brand new items that we haven't seen yet or data mined, like for example, the Wolf's Head Trophy could be potentially for the Emerald Wardens as well, so this is something we're going to have to look forward to as we head into next phase Thursday. Not only that, some other big news has been very active when it comes to, you know, making sure that we get a solid leveling experience in phase 3, with not only having great loot be acquired from the Nightmare Incursions.
Oh, you can actually do BRD. BRD at level 50 is going to be sketchy though. I mean, maybe not if you actually have all that Giga gear from like all the sword stuff. Maybe it won't be that hard to do BRD at 50 even.
But there are brand new item adjustments inside of the dungeons as well, such as Oldaman, Zul'Farrak, Maradon, and even Black Rock Depths, if you could believe it. As you could see, the infamous Soul Thraze the Lasher you could acquire from Zul'Farrak is getting buffed significantly, making it a slow two-handed...
Wait, they actually made Soul Thraze good? Holy shit, 3.4 speed? Lowers the target strength by 15 and dealing damage. Wait, it's actually good. Damn. Okay. Because the thing that always made Soul Thraze bad was like the weapon speed, right? Like only really paladins would want to use it, if anything.
Sword, and increasing its strength by 18 and stamina by 16, making it a highly sought after weapon that requires level 50, which should be amazing for your prebis.
Cool.
Items like the Gazrilla Fang getting its item quality bumped up to rare, and a DPS increase. A ton of items getting drastically increased to give stamina or intellect plus spell power, which is generally really good for caster DPS overall.
Fair enough.
And even inside of Maraudon, the Inventor's Focal Sword being changed to a 140 speed weapon and increasing magic damage and healing done, which is perfect for protection and power.
Dude, this is like a mage blade. What the hell? I'm moving all over the place. This is like literally a mage blade. That's insane.
Paladins. Then you also have the items like the Fist of Stone, which is great for enhancement shaman and protection paladin tanks. A nice fast one-hander that has a chance to restore mana, stuff like that. And then just some general changes to items inside of Blackrock Depths, which is always great to see, by the way. For example, Houndmaster's Bow changing to a 310 speed bow with a 19 rage attack power, which is going to be really, really big for marksmanship, hunter, DPS overall. So I think, you know, the items that we're getting from a wide variety of dungeons is going to really change drastically how we acquire our pre-raid best in slot. You combine...
It also just makes it more interesting with some new fresh stuff. Am I going to play Enhancement or Elemental? Bro, I actually don't even know Prellmeister, man. I guess I'll just take it as it goes, right? But it could actually maybe be fun having Elemental Shaman and then a Warrior, right? And then mayhaps a Rogue.
That,
we'll see.
With, you know, the brand new...
Oh yeah, there's dual spec. That's true. There is dual spec.
That you can obtain from...
But I mean, you will always have a main spec, right? Like, this is your main thing you're doing.
The Emerald Warden reputation vendor. There's going to be a lot of different ways to make your character much stronger in a wide variety of content, which is always really, really good, so you're not forced to do one thing. It is also going to be interesting to see that now that we have access to Blackrock Depths, how many players are actually going to be going in there to try and finish the entire dungeon or do some of the quests in there to get some really epic loot, such as, you know, Savage Gladiator Chain, or maybe even Iron Foe if people are, you know, dedicated enough to it. The thing is...
Well, you can't use it, though, but I mean, I guess you can prep it for phase 4, yeah.
Blackrock Depths can get really difficult toward, you know, the end, even for players in the mid-level 50s and even 60s, so that's going to be very interesting to check out what players do. Additionally, coming with this new data mining, Blizzard made adjustments to the item levels and procs of some of the new items coming in Phase 3. And not only that, we got some very extensive changes made to the Sunken Temple tier set bonuses for all the classes out there, which is a very big deal, which we'll talk about in a second. But first...
Oh yeah, because there's probably a tier set. I haven't seen any of this before right now, chat.
For example, we have the Blood Moon PvP Druid Hammer being buffed to 114 attack power and 30 stamina now, which is going to be great for Feral Druids. And their Ancient Divining Rod, which I assume is going to be obtained inside of the raid, being data mined. Items from the last phase, like the Epic Fist Weapon, had a very powerful chance on hit to increase spell damage the target takes by 6%, but now it's confirmed it will only affect enemies of level 45 and below, because it would have been way too overpowered to combine it with the brand new Serpent Striker's Fist, which you acquire from the new Sunken Temple raid as an off.
Wait, I haven't even seen this. 1.5 speed offhand, agi, stamina, poison the enemy dealing 50 nature damage, reducing nature resistance by 80, holy nature damage taken by 8%. Holy, I thought you didn't want to know the data mine stuff. I couldn't help myself, Lulu. I couldn't help myself, man. I'm excited, man.
And which increases the holy and nature damage taken by the target by 8%.
Dude, yeah, for rogues, I guess. What is that rogue rune called with the deadly brew, whatever the heck?
Which now additionally only affects enemies at level 55 and below also. So a slight adjustment to those two. Not only that, though, the brand new Enchanting Sigil, which are exclusive to Enchanters this phase, got buffed from 30 increased spell damage and healing to 50, and its attack power increased from 30 to 50 as well. And lastly, for the item tuning, it seems the Epic Shoulders that everyone's going to have a chance to craft has an active duration of 10 seconds as of yesterday's data mining build, which is interesting to see as well. Now, heading into the really juicy news, though, we did get some Sunken Temple raid set bonus changes, which you're definitely going to want to pay attention to right now, because most of them give some really unique class-specific effects. The tier set for...
we saw some of these in the Blizzard post, right? With I think that was with Druids and Paladins, I think?
Priest, Mage, and Warlock, from a DPS perspective, now have a chance to cause your target to take up to 50 increased damage from subsequent spells, which seems pretty good at best. I would have liked a little bit more flavor, but We'll get into that later. You then have the Nightmare Garb, which is great for your Metamorphosis
next,
Warlock tanks, which now causes your Shadow Cleave to reduce the cast time of your Immolate by 50%, stacking up to 2 times, which is going to be fantastic for their rotation overall and their threat generation as a whole. And lastly, there's a new exclusive preset, which whenever you deal damage with holy spells, you have a chance to gain 60 increased damage and healing for 15 seconds, which can be interesting to test and use as a, smite priest out there. For Restoration Druids, your healing spell critical strikes have a 50% chance to activate Dream State, which is great for mana regen. Balanced Druids got a little bit scuffed with their tier set, only giving you, Wrath and Sunfire critical hit chance by 3%, which is a little bit boring and unflavorful in my opinion. But then they heavily make up for it with Druid, with Feral Druid getting 2 different set piece bonuses, with one of them being the Power Shredder, which Shred reduces the mana cost of your next Shapeshift by 30%, which
Reduce the mana cost? Oh shit, so you can just like power shift and then when you have the wolf shit helm as well, you can go giga hard with it, right?
Is massive for power shifting overall as Feral Cat DPS, and the Precise Claws set, which increases your chance to hit with all spells, so you don't get dodged or resisted.
There's no wolf shit helm?
It has a bear tank, which is good as well. When it comes to Rogue, they're trying to give them some more utility, it seems like, by making your Backstab and Sinister Strike cause the target to take 7 more damage from all sources for 30 charges, which has the potential to be good.
It's like a hemo, basically, built into your Backstab and Sinister Strike.
I think. So Rogue mains out there, you're going to have to let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, because I'm pretty sure you would want just more damage for yourself rather than having more utility for the raid.
Hey man, who the hell plays a Rogue for utility, man? Hey man, it's all about me, baby, okay? I don't care about any of you guys. It's my stuff. No utility here.
Restoration Shaman's got the Emerald Rain set, which is very, very massive. Damage, it reduces the casting time of your Healing Rain by 100%, which could really increase their healing overall in a raiding environment, especially since there are 20 people now within a raid. Hunters and Shamans got the Fiery Strength tier set, which whenever you deal fire damage, you gain 7 attack power, stacking up to 10 times, which is great, and a general large DPS increase for, their damage overall. And then new Paladin set bonuses for probably a Holy Shock build, increases their Holy Spell critical strike chance by 3%, which seems kind of boring in my opinion. Moving on, we then have Elemental Shamans. They got a chance on spellcast to increase their nature spell damage and healing for 10 seconds, which is general DPS increase, kind of blech. And lastly, for Marksmanship Hunter, you got something very interesting, which is the Striker's Rapid Fire set, which reduces the cooldown of your Rapid Fire ability by 2 minutes. And if you combine that with their brand new rune, your Rapid Fire ability can be on a very short 1-minute cooldown, which is going to be really, really interesting to see heading into this next phase if their damage is going to be increased in boss fights. When it comes to Holy Paladin, though, I think they got the worst set bonus of them all, which makes your Horn of Lordaeron ability actually reduce the cast time of your next 2 Holy Light spells by 0.2 seconds, which feels...
Okay, that doesn't feel that much.
Pretty bad, in my opinion, considering they spam Flash of Light for most of their rotations. So Holy Paladins, you gotta let me know how you feel about this one in the comment section below. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Wait, what do you guys think? What? Gives it 5% chance to get an extra attack on the same target after dealing damage with your weapon. Wait, warriors get like a Wind Fury set bonus? Bro, what if you go set bonus plus sword spec plus Wind Fury? Dude, that sounds so fun. Oh my god, that sounds so fun. You go kebab, yeah. Yeah, dude, I know, I got another thing. Listen, man, I'm doing Shaman then Warrior. That sounds fun.
Moving on, Warriors and Paladins got the extra attack tier set, which gives them a 5% bonus to gain an extra attack on the same target after dealing damage, which seems okay at best and kind of bland. And for prop Warriors and Paladins, they got extra block value for 6 seconds after blocking an attack. Sick. Overall, though, I love the idea of giving class-specific tier set bonuses now at this point in Season of Discovery because, we're level 50 and a lot of them here have...
The Biz Warrior weapon is a 2-hand sword from ST. Oh, bro, what? Man, okay, I'm doing Shaman then Warrior, man. Maybe I'm just gonna, like, not have a life and just permanently play the game. So I can have Warrior and then Shaman and also a Rogue. God damn it, man. What?
Immense flavor involved with the class-specific gameplay interactions involved with them, which I really, really love to see. But there are a couple of them that stand out that are really boring and stale. For example, the Shakanin one, the Balanced Druid one, things like that. It just feels really boring. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to make much more like creative options for these specs like that, and I really hope they change it as we head into the next phase, because a lot of these seem very, game altering. Like, for example, the instant cast Healing Rain is a massive deal for Restoration Shamans, and the reduced shapeshifting for Pharaoh Druids, the instant immolates for Metamorphosis Warlocks. It's really, really big, and it helps them immensely in their rotation if they manage to get their hands on these. So hopefully we can get more like that in the future, but overall, very big W. Really, really happy about this. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Now, another big feature coming to Phase 3, as we all know, is going to be dual spec, and it seems that the dual specialization trainer location has actually been found temporarily, because the dwarf is located at the top right of Tenaris at the Steam Weedle port.
Dude, that's gonna be a shit zone, isn't it? Oh my god.
The funny thing is that players have been actually going over there to purchase the dual talent specialization before Phase 3 even launched. And there's actually a known bug that if you purchase the dual talent spec for 50 gold while you're in combat, it will actually just result in you losing your gold, but not actually learning dual talents. So the hilarious thing...
he's in a major city now? Yeah, I think that's better.
Is that Blizzard took notice of this and actually removed him from the game and moved him to Ironforge and Orgrimmar, as you can see on the patch notes here. And he should be available as of today. So if you're watching this video, go check it out. Let me know if it's happening right now. Not only that, it seems that Blizzard sneakily added some brand new supply reputation rewards from the Waylaid supply vendor. And no, sadly, they aren't brand new heirlooms. But they are some pretty interesting, fun, interactive items that are actually a brand new bush and crate disguise for you to use. As you can see on screen, they have
freaking Blunderstorm, man. Okay.
The brand new bargain bush and empty supply crate disguise that you can transform into, which is, I guess, pretty interesting to see, to say the least.
Yo, who's down for some prop hunt in World of Warcraft? Hey, gamers, let's do a little prop hunt. Barth of the Warrior thing with the tier 1.
I hope they continue to add more reputation rewards for these vendors, because I think it's a great opportunity to have more players participate in more reputation events if they want additional content. Now, talking back about the PvP honor system on how it's getting changed for Phase 3, with players now having the ability to rank up in the PvP honor system, with the rank now cap being at rank 7. Additionally, they did confirm that the new set of level 50 gear has been added to the PvP vendors inside of Stormwind and Orgrimmar, where you can buy boots and gloves that are available at rank 5, shoulders and legs that are available at rank 6, and chest and helmet available at rank 7. So, if you're looking to get those brand new PvP rewards, make sure you head to the main PvP vendors in Stormwind and Orgrimmar. Now,
I think a lot of people probably just pre-farmed this already, right? Yeah, just farm your 110k honor beforehand, and you're gonna get it fast.
Now, lastly, I know for a lot of you warrior mains out there, are really dreading the idea of using gladiator stance this phase, because you simply just don't think it'll be good. But we might have something for you that could help you out. A post that was directed toward Agrind over on Twitter, stating, "It appears you're adjusting shield slam scaling. Please understand that simply giving it better scaling with shield block value won't be enough."
Dude, I remember having the time of my life in Wrath, like shield slamming people with like full armor penetration gear, man. Shield Slam was just a hit for like 10k. It was so sick.
To make it outperform as a tank spec. Agrin then replied, stating that Shield Slam threat generation has been redesigned, and we'll post more about this sometime soon. And of course, we actually got that post yesterday with them stating in the patch notes that Shield Slam's bonus threat calculation has been redesigned for Season of Discovery, and it now gains a percentage bonus to threat that will allow it to scale as tank damage and block value increases. Additionally, Shield Slam gains double the benefit from block value, meaning that a single point of block value increases Shield Slam damage by 2 rather than 1. So for example, we're starting to get shields heading into this phase that will give us around 50 to 60 block value, meaning that our Shield Slam damage will be increased by roughly around 100 to 120 every time you use the ability, which seems pretty solid for a tanking ability that can be reset constantly due to your runes. Once again, you warrior mains have to let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, because I think warriors have the opportunity now that we're, getting into the end game of Season of Discovery, that they could be one of the best tanks out there, and I got my money on them heading into this next phase. So
Dude, the boomers are gonna be happy, man. Prod warrior with a shield as the top tank. That is like the boomer dream, man. No more these like Zoomer dual-wheeled Fury tanks. Back into the old school shield and sword and just go in, man.
Really personally excited to see how this class pans out.
Let's
and finally,
go.
For the last bit of news today, we got a huge interview over from IGN with
Coogan, son of a bitch. Amen. Yeah, Coogan comes back.
John Haidt, the general manager of World of Warcraft, talking about the next 20 years, discussing new movies, future games, and Season of Discovery. Very, very interesting stuff here. Let's dive right into it. He was asked about Season of Discovery's success potentially going beyond level 60. He states that, I think there was going to be things that will repeat, and then there are going to be things that will evolve. We're still seeing how players are responding to it. Should we do a new incarnation of it, or maybe one that we should repeat this cycle? What's fun is that
I think they should do a new reincarnation on it. I think they should take all the knowledge and all the information they got from this and then work on a genuine like classic plus in the vanilla world, right? I think that could be the goated way of doing it. TBC, if you guys think they should do TBC plus instead, like go from there and then do into that. I personally think like taking all the information and going into the vanilla world and making actual classic plus would be the way. I think that's what I would think would be sick.
The classic team itself has really involved players. We turned them loose, and they're the ones who came up with the hardcore mode and Season of Discovery. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm personally really, really hoping that they take Season of Discovery and expand upon it, rather than just making it like a reoccurring seasonal thing. Don't get me wrong, I love a bunch of different versions of World of Warcraft to play, but for some reason, Season of Discovery has really had me hooked on World of Warcraft, which I haven't really felt in probably about 5 years since classic World of Warcraft was released back in 2019, and I'm really hoping they take some risks, expand upon it inside of Azeroth, and get creative, because I feel a lot of players out there love Season of Discovery, and they wouldn't want to play anymore if Season of Discovery ended and just wrapping up and there wouldn't be any expansion within it. I mean, how many of you out there are paying for a World of Warcraft subscription specifically to just play Season of Discovery? Let me know about it in the comment section below, because I'm really curious. Additionally, they were asked on if they were open to World of Warcraft being licensed to other indie studios, similar to how like Riot Games has done it in the past, so they can make many more games for their fan base. Heights actually responded to this, that they were certainly open to people who really get it and have cool ideas about how to express Warcraft. He states that, I think if we found the right partner and found the right situation, I think that ideal partner for us to work with, and we're open to something like that, but that's relatively new for us. There's
that's a very long way of saying probably not for a very long time.
A lot of boxes that need to be checked, but that's probably a pretty small list. Now, personally, I love what Riot Games has been doing when it comes to making all these brand new games and getting the help from these indie companies. You know, for example,
I have not seen any of these before right now. What the heck? I literally just, I've never seen this before. That's how? I don't know. I mean, I don't follow League too much. Maybe that's probably why.
Example, you have the Song of Nunu.
Those are kind of good. Okay, I've just never seen them. I'm not a classic Andy. I just never saw it. You know.
The Ruined King game based off League of Legends, for example, that are both really, really cool and fun to see and give so much flavor to the universe. I would love for them to come out with some new games that I can just casually play on a Nintendo Switch, or just, you know, chill out with my girlfriend and play, for example, to get her more involved in my WoW life, because I think WoW is a lot to get into and
get her addicted. Yeah, that's a good shout.
It's a lot on the brain and it's kind of exhausting. So then opening it up to more audiences like younger or less experienced players and stuff like that, I feel like would be a really good idea. And finally, with multiple major gaming IPs finding success in TV shows and movies, Height was asked if Blizzard would re-enter that movie space with potentially new Warcraft movies coming out. He stated that the idea would certainly be interesting. I mean, we make games, and I think that will always be our core. I don't want to fall into the trap of being filmmakers, because I think we'll leave that to the folks that really know what they're doing. If we did find talent in other areas doing media that share the love and passion of Warcraft, then absolutely. There are so many professionals out there, and there could be dozens, if not hundreds of films that can be executed in Warcraft so much better. I wouldn't have somebody that only made movies come in and try to build the game like Warcraft.
It would have to really be in the spirit of WoW, right? But like, I don't know. I've thought about this a lot as well. We talked about this a little bit before. Like, I think maybe it'd be cool to have like a series like in the World of Warcraft universe, but not have it be like, you know, Illidan or Arthas, but like just have it be in the universe and then follow like some characters within that universe and then do it like such, right? I think that could be an interesting way of going about it. Like if that actually was to happen, like don't follow like a big major, you know, storyline, because I feel like people are gonna probably hate that no matter what if they do that. But if they actually do it within the universe and then just follow some random, you know, character within that, that could be kind of sick, you know. Using side characters would allow a lot more creative freedom. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? And then you could still implement like, you know, big lore characters in some sort of way, but you wouldn't have them be the main focus, right? I think that'd be kind of sick. I think they'd have to follow the Arthur story. Honestly, it's so good. The thing about that, I do agree, Adam, but man, I am so scared that it would just underperform, because that is such a big thing to live up to. Like, this storyline of Arthas in like a series or a movie trilogy, it's so hard to like actually like give it the justice, right? And people are gonna hate it, man. I don't know. They would need to follow the Nat Pagle story. Maybe a fisherman movie.
So I think finding those partnerships is the right approach. Now, I may be one of the only few people out there who actually think this, but I honestly didn't mind the Warcraft movie. I know it was super Hollywood and in some areas like really overdone and ridiculous, but it felt very comforting and welcoming that I can connect to something and make so many references that I gained over my, you know, 15 years of playing World of Warcraft in a real life movie setting. It felt cool to me seeing all the orcs, the Draenei, the humans, and all the, you know, spell references and all this come together to create that world that I think if they get the right people, they can make a movie that can be amazing, or even a TV show. Now,
I think the movie was good. I don't think it was great. I think it was good though. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it, but it wasn't like a great movie, you know?
Do I think it needs to go and get released inside of theaters? No, because I think it would be better going directly to a streaming service like Netflix, and it would be a lot more manageable. But either way, I think we would all welcome, as World of Warcraft fans, a TV show based around like Arthas coming to be the Lich King, or the story of Illidan, and you know, all that. But okay, ladies.
Man, I don't know. But, if they do those big storylines, it'd be so messed up. The pacing was fucked. I feel like in a lot of movies, pacing is really bad, but I think that's because I've been so used to like series and shows where they have so much time to build up character and character arcs and stuff like that. So whenever you watch a movie these days, it's like stuff happens so fast in movies, right? I guess it's a good and a bad thing.
Gentlemen, a lot of things that we just discussed today and went over. You all got to let me know you're most excited for Phase 3 in the comment section below. We got 24 hours left.
I agree, Adam.
Until we get into Phase 3. By the way, the studio, we're in a brand new place. We're going to get it set up. Everything's going to look really, really awesome. Cool. I'm so excited to show you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. We're absolutely flooded with Season of Discovery content. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. It's an absolute pleasure to be making content for you all. Till the very end, my name is Sky from the Comeback Kids. I like this. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Dude, honestly, it was a good video, man. I think this is the only data mine stuff I'm gonna look up. I'm not gonna look up any of the items. I'm not gonna look up any other stuff. I just really wanted to see it. I wanted to get a little bit excited about it. It was a good video. I liked it.